who's maybe more right of center, I'm disappointed in the conservative victimhood complexes where we have the victimhood grievance Olympics, where you say, you're a victim, I'm a bigger victim. America loses in the end. There is no gold medalist in the victimhood Olympics. It's our country that loses. And I hope that both parties, and part of the reason I actually took the time to do that in this book is I hope that more people on the left do the same thing to left-wing victimhood as well. We don't need to point out the other tribe's problem. We just need to point out problems with our own tribe to revive the pursuit of excellence. That's what I'd like to see.
What's going on? We've talked with Kenny, and here today we'll be reacting to Bill Maher's talks on the Victimhood Olympics. Let's go.
Your book is about victims. I thought when I read this, there's a Boston law firm now and a nonprofit who have banded together to file a lawsuit on behalf of the people, the 50 Venezuelans in Martha's Vineyard. They were here 2 days, and they got a lawsuit. It says they've suffered economic, emotional, and constitutional harms. 2 days in the country.
It was off-peak season.
Right. Sometimes I had to play doubles when the courts were crowded. No, it's not been easy. But again, so I just thought maybe since your book is about victims, you would want to talk about what you think, how this relates.
Yeah, I mean, it pays to be a victim in this country, but it pays to turn other people into victims too.
I noticed this a lot with people on the political left, that they like to make almost like, you know how they say make a mountain out of a molehill. That's where I get from the white liberal, right? The white political leftist, right? They'll be outraged or offended on behalf of minority people. I stand with minority people, right? This cultural appropriation stuff that's been happening. Oh, wait until I react to that video. Oh my God, you're culturally appropriating. Only a white liberal said that. But then the very same person, the people, you go to the people that, like, let's say I came in a Chinese clothes garb. A white liberal will say, oh, you're culturally appropriating. Oh, I'm offended for the Asian people. I go to an actual Asian. Asian's like, oh my God, it looks so nice on you. Because in most cultures, imitation is seen as a fun thing. Oh, like you like our stuff so much that you want to mimic it. If that's a culture, if imitating art or someone's style is cultural appropriation, we're all culturally appropriating on anime right now. That's my opinion. Like, come on. And back to what he's saying about victimhood sells, it does. These dudes will complain that, oh, Rob DeSantis exploited these people. Rob DeSantis got their consent to send them over there. Mark this vineyard. I might have said that wrong, but let's continue. They claim to be a sanctuary city. Florida is not a sanctuary city. Florida said, hey, we're not equipped to handle this. Hey, help us out here. Let me send you 50. 50. And you look at the reaction. They immediately, the same day they were out. But they're justified in doing that. But the minute Trump was saying, hey, send their ass back to Mexico, y'all want to throw a fit. All these people care about in the political left is to look good, not be good. Hey, look, we're a sanctuary city. We stand with immigrants. Okay, Arizona, Texas, Florida say, hey, we got some problems. You can help us out then. You get a little taste of it, and y'all, oh my God. And then you got these lawyers coming in and trying to being outraged on these people's behalf. I bet you none of the 50 illegal immigrants or immigrants there told them to do anything. They just did it on their own. Oh, we'll do this because they're using them as political props. Who's exploiting who, though? That's my question. Who's exploiting to who? The guy, Ron DeSantis, who got their consent. He got proof. He said, here, look, I had them. They signed a paper, say, hey, we're sending you to a sanctuary city where they can better accommodate you. Or the lawyers with no interaction with the actual 50 immigrants, they decided on their own to file a lawsuit on their behalf. Who's exploiting who? Who's using who for politics? You're playing the same game. If you claiming Rob DeSantis is using them as a political stunt, this was a political stunt. But all he did was call your bluff. And that needed to happen because too long on the political left, y'all been acting like y'all moral when you're not. You just want to look moral. You just want to look virtuous. You just want to look righteous. This is self-centered, like self-congratulating culture that's in the political left, and I'm calling it out. That's what it is to me. I'm sorry. When I look at you, I'm like, yo, like you don't even know me, but you assume I'm poor because I'm black? Are you crazy? Sometimes, to me, the political left are the most snarky, condescending people I've ever been around. I promise you, I can't stand to be around them too long. Because they're just so self-congratulating. Oh, look at me, I'm so good. I'm so like they're damn near perfect. Like they're angels coming from the sky. And they're God's gift to the world. That's how they act.
I want to learn what cut of the profits those attorneys are going to get from their judgments against Ron DeSantis in their civil suit.
Who's exploiting who, though? I'm using you as a justification to get at this guy. And the guy was like, oh, I got their consent, though. Well, we're standing up for the minority people. Like, come on, you're trying to mask your personal agenda, these lawyers who's doing this, you want money. You also want to get at a political opponent. Okay, let's use these people as props to get what we want, to do what we want. And then we can actually act like we're virtuous. Hi, look. Oh, look at us. We're standing up for the little guy. Look at these people. They're being exploited. But you're exploiting them. The pot calling the kettle black. That's what y'all doing. And then y'all want to act like, oh, it's not political. We're here. Did you get these people consent? Did any of them hire you to file a lawsuit against Ron DeSantis? No? Oh, shaky there. Shaky.
At the end of the day, most immigrants do come to this country as underdogs. I mean, they come here to be scrappy. They want to use their own efforts and talents to rise to the top. But now you have someone show up and say, hey, you're a person of color. You've been exploited. And guess what? You could be entitled to damages, which I get a cut of. Victimhood becomes a currency. It's trading at a bubble, and people are just cashing in, using other people to cash in their chips when it's trading at a high. And that's how we've gone from being this nation of underdogs to this nation of victims, and even polluting people who come to this country as underdogs, turning them into thinking of themselves as victims. I think it's immoral.
Thank God that did not happen to my parents. Because when my parents immigrated here, they met in Miami. I was born, right? They put in my head, hey, this is the land of opportunity. This is why we came here, Kenny. If you work hard, you can get anything you want. You're not entitled to anything, Kenny. How you present yourself is how people will treat you. If you look like a bum, people are going to treat you like a bum. Dress nice when you go out. This is why they taught me English. So they taught me English first. They didn't teach me Creole. They taught me English first. Why? Because they didn't want me to have a disadvantage when I'm growing up in this country. That I'll be able to perform just like the rest of the kids. That I wouldn't lag behind academically against the other kids, and it worked. I was pretty smart. I was doing good grades, whatever. I went to school. Now I got a good job. I'm here with my family. I have a home at 26 years old. Not a lot of millennials can say that. This is the fruit of their labor. This is the mindset they instilled in me. My dad putting me, hey, if you want it, it's up to you. Like, no, don't expect anyone to do more for you than you are willing to do for yourself. That's how I grew up in. But if I'm talking like this, people are like, oh, the white people taught you that. The white people, you like your white culture too much. No, this is Haitian culture. This is what was instilled in me by my parents. No white people here, bro. No, I just happen to agree with them. That's it. We're all human here. I don't look at myself as powerless, bro. And I don't get this need for people to validate your opinion or your thoughts or your beliefs, bro. I stand on what I said, and that's it. I believe what I believe. I articulate why I believe it. You drive with it or you don't drive with it. That's it. Because I'm not a victim. I don't need no one's validation. I validate myself, and then my family validates me as well. That's why I can sit here and say what I say, because it's based on reality, my lived experience, if you want to use woke terms. For all my wokies in the comment section. Let's get into it.
Victimhood has also certainly become a political identity as well. I mean, Donald Trump's entire campaign was about victims and grievance.
Whiny little bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the biggest whiny little bitch ever.
I can't say that on my show, but I'm glad you can do that.
I've said it 1,000. I'm sorry. Finish it.
No, but that is part of it. It is, things are unfair. Things are rigged. Right. Things are stolen. This has been the mantra of him and a significant portion of the electorate now for 6 or 7 years, and it's
my axe here is, but is it warranted? What they're reacting to? That's what defines a victim, right? Or this grievance culture you was talking about. Because let's go down memory lane. Because they always want to act like Republicans start stuff and then everyone follows suit. Oh, Donald Trump started, now everyone's a victim. That's how he phrased it. But to me, Democrats are the biggest crybabies in history, in life, screeching into the air when a certain president won. The left, the political left. And they want to act like, oh, Donald Trump was running on this. No, y'all been was running on grievance culture for years now. Before Donald Trump even got into office. 2000, Al Gore versus George Bush. Al Gore filed a complaint. Hey, I want a recount. I want this. He went to court. And you guys, and the Democrats at the time didn't want to certify the election until everything was verified. Hillary Clinton came in. Russia. Collusion. And what? Y'all allowed her to do her thing. She got recounted, whatever. It's still held up that Trump won. Okay, he's president. Trump, now, 2020, he make a similar claim. Hey, I want to recount. Hey, I want an investigation. Y'all deny him that. And then he looks at y'all guys like, y'all let Al Gore do it. Y'all let Hillary do it. But I asked to do the same, and y'all rejecting my petition? Y'all rejecting my my process? And then you can see how he feels like he's been rigged. Even that, I know there's no evidence. I haven't seen any evidence for me to agree if the election was rigged. All I know is that how y'all reacted to Hillary and Al Gore's claims is not the same way you reacted to Donald Trump's claims. That's my thing. So if Bill Maher believes that, oh yeah, he's the biggest B in the world, all he do is cry. Hold that same energy for people on your side. That's all I'm asking for. Consistency. That's all I'm asking for. Because too long everyone act like, oh, only Donald Trump started all this. No, Democrats been crying for a long time. They're the biggest sore losers in history. It's always it's always a justification why they can do something but you can't. It's always you guys see a pattern here? The left do something, it's because of this. The right do the exact same thing. Insurrection. You know where I'm going with this one. You could riot, destroy half the country for months. Your political opponent do one thing. Just roam in through it. The police let them in the Capitol, whatever. Minimal destruction, if any. Y'all prosecuting them. But we're like, what happened to all the businesses that got destroyed? Where's the prosecution for those? Oh, no, that was different. It was an emotional time. Whatever. But you don't want to give the same courtesy to your opposition. That's how you know if someone's really genuine or not. How they treat people they disagree with and people they don't like. That's how you know the true character of somebody, someone or something. That's how you know their true character. When they disagree with somebody or is their opposition. How they treat their opposition. Let's continue.
Certainly. It's accelerating now and bleeding into every facet of the political domain.
Yeah, and look, I've been a big critic of, my last book, whatever, woke victimhood, left-wing victimhood. I had a chapter in this book about black victimhood. They said you can't write that because you're not black. I don't believe in that. If you're going to care about actually addressing problems, it's going to have to be through open debate no matter the color of your skin. But the chapter right after was about the rise of white victimhood culture in response. And as someone who's maybe more right of center, I'm disappointed in the conservative victimhood complexes where we have the victimhood grievance Olympics, where you say, you're a victim, I'm a bigger victim. America loses in the end. There is no gold medalist in the victimhood Olympics. It's our country that loses. And I hope that both parties, and part of the reason I actually took the time to do that in this book is I hope that more people on the left do the same thing to left-wing victimhood as well.
That ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, sir. You optimistic as heck. Because these authoritarians on the left, they got a lot of institutional power. They have a lot of influence. They ain't gonna they can get away with a lot more stuff than anyone on the right can do. Trump sneezed wrong. He might be in jail. It's crazy. That's never gonna happen, bro. Because I've been hearing for years the Republicans telling the politicians on the left to, hey, call out violence on your side, call out Antifa, call out the Black Lives Matter riots, disavow that, say it's wrong, say this, that. They didn't want to do it. They nearly had to twist their arm until they get a consequence. That's when they want to change their tune. When they start losing elections, that's when they want to change their tune. Oh, we never said defund the police. That's a right-wing conspiracy theory. And then you got videos saying these people to defund the police, to be aggressive, to get in their political opposition's face, but they're not inciting violence. Okay. Shh.
We don't need to point out the other tribe's problem. We just need to point out problems with our own tribe to revive the pursuit of excellence. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, we'll like to see that too. But in this day and age, it's tribal politics. My guy do something, it's fine. Your guy do exact same thing, it's not fine. That's the reality we live in right now. That's why I'm calling for consistency. I don't care whatever. I don't care who guy said it. I don't care who said something. I care about what they did and what they said. Is that consistent or not? That's all I care about. You say you're a sanctuary city. Why you're mad that immigrants are coming to your city? Riddle me that. If you're a sanctuary city, you would expect to receive immigrants, right? Oh, you was only interested in looking good, not being good. That's my whole thing. Talk is cheap. Action pays the bills, right? Cash in now. Like you can't just talk. You can't just complain about what a good man is. You have to be one. Action versus words. This is the little conflict that the left has right now. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.